America's landmass. When you are landless, you learn to float, to walk on water. You learn to not think about how your entire nation is ashamed of its beauty. Faces like full moons facing away from Earth, from the Greek pantheon. Nation, call your gods. Where are they? Nation, rise. Why are you unable to? Has the marsh caught your feet? Have you spent too long trying to be loved by the Atlantic that you forgot yourself? I comb your low-hanging crescents and reach for your stilted mountain peaks, sharp as Indian to let you know that drowning yourself is not the only way to love. Nation, your dynasties show full-blooded promises to a full-bodied youth that has stopped screaming to be heard because the loudness isn't nice. Nation, don't forget that they pulled up the corners of their eyes to look like you after they closed their borders to your wives, pushed you in the coal mine and bouldered the entrance, took a limb making daily essentials for their people, while their people became the doctors in the universities they took from you. Nation, don't forget, your beauty is Asiatic and glorious, harmonic and transhistorical. Nation, I cry into the slopes of your golden valleys and fill them with lakes that no one may steal. Nation, your children are tidal. We arrive with passports of rain, with grandmothers folded into our vowels, with rice fields whispering beneath asphalt. Nation, do not fear this multiplicity. A country is not a mirror. It is a river mouth, sentiments of 1,000 journeys meeting the same unsettled sea. Nation, look at your body. The spine of the Rockies, the lungs of the prairie wind, arteries of interstate, pulsing toward the coast. 250 years I have seen you, in laundromats at midnight, in the breath between languages, on a bus headed west, in a child learning the word citizen, as if it were a fragile animal. What inspired me to write this poem was thinking about the history of the US and how a lot of people's contributions have been forgotten when we come to this important milestone, especially when it comes to cultural heritage. So this poem is sort of a tribute to all of those different invisible actors that's made us so great. And I want to highlight the emotional side of their experiences. I firmly believe that you can't be a good writer unless you've seen a lot of the world. When I was a kid, I lived in Germany because of my parents' job. And then when I got older, I moved back to Beijing, which is where my family's initially from. And then when I was about to enter high school, I moved to the US. And I think that entire journey has been such a long transformation that really allowed me to see different perspectives and to be a global citizen. I always thought that Dornsife was very unique in the sense that it is so expansive. It allows you to have the core of a liberal arts education as the foundation, but on top of that, you can have a lot of really surprising combination to make yourself a holistic scholar. I think Dornsife has given me the type of platforms that I would have not been able to find in any other schools.